how to receive a tax-free meal allowance when working overtime. Do you work overtime occasionally and eat dinner at work? If yes, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how you can get a tax-free meal allowance when working overtime. You can receive a tax-free meal allowance if all of these three conditions are met. The amount of the meal allowance is reasonable. The Canada Revenue Agency considers a value of up to $17 per meal to be reasonable. You work 2 or more hours of overtime right before or right after your normal working hours. And the overtime is occasional, less than 3 times per week. If any of these three conditions are not met, then the amount of the meal allowance is included in your taxable income for the year. Note, your employer can deduct the meal allowance as a business expense. Let's look at an example. Samantha works in the sales department of an advertising company. In the last week of the month, Samantha has to work 2 evenings to meet her sales quota. During those evenings, she receives a meal allowance. In this case, the meal allowance received is not taxable to Samantha, and her employer can deduct the meal allowance as a legitimate business expense. So here's the tip. Ask your employer for a tax-free meal allowance when working overtime. Not only will you benefit, but your employer can also write off the meal allowance paid. If you like this tip and want to know more, drop us a comment below or visit madanca.com. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can bring you great tax tips every week.